Hello students, warm greetings and welcome back to your science class. So we were studying about the synthetic fibers and plastics, and in our previous class we left our study at the different types of synthetic fibers. So continuing from the same, let's study the different types of it. So we are having a total of 4 types of synthetic fibers. First is the rayon, second nylon, then polyester and acrylic. So let's study these 4 types of synthetic fibers one at a time. So coming to the first one, we are having rayon. Rayon is the first synthetic fiber produced artificially. It is also called artificial silk as it has silk-like appearance, and it is a cheaper alternative to natural silk because natural silk is quite expensive. It is a semi-synthetic fiber. It is obtained from cellulose, which is extracted from wood pulp, and that is a natural source. Though rayon is obtained from a natural polymer, it is considered a synthetic fiber. Why? Because the cellulose needs extensive chemical treatment to form rayon. Let's study some properties of rayon. So coming to the properties of rayon, rayon is a very good absorbent. It does not shrink. It is cool to wear and it drapes well. That is, it can be used to wrap something. And it can be easily dyed in a variety of colors. Then coming to the advantages and uses of the rayon, it is having a lot of advantages. It is cheaper to produce as compared to the natural fibers, and it can be easily mixed with other fibers like cotton or wool to produce mixed fabric. Then coming to the uses, it is widely used in textile and carpet industries, and it is also used in making bandages. Now coming to the second one, we are having nylon. Nylon is the world's first fully synthetic fiber, which was developed by the US scientist Wallace H. Carothers and his associates. It is called as world's first fully synthetic fiber because its synthesis does not involve any natural raw material. In the 1930s, it was produced from coal, air, water and agricultural byproducts. Then comes the properties of nylon. So nylon is very strong. It has a high tensile strength. It is even stronger than a steel wire of the same thickness. It is having that high strength that it is used to make ropes which can be used in the rock climbing as well. It is a shiny, soft, smooth and elastic fiber. It is lightweight and easy to wash. It absorbs less water and hence it dries quickly. It can be easily dyed in different colors. It is easy to maintain as it is wrinkle free. Then it has wash and wear properties. That means it does not require any ironing. It is a long lasting fabric and it is also resistant to moths and fungi. Nylon is widely used to make different types of things. Nylon is used to make dresses, jackets, tracksuits and socks. And since it absorbs less water and also dries quickly, it is also used to make swimwear and raincoats. It is also used to make curtains, bed sheets, ropes for rock climbing or mountaineering. Then it is also used to make parachutes, fishing nets, toothbrushes, car seat belts. Also to make the strings of the racket. It is also used in making the tires, in the umbrella, in preparing the artificial grass mats and also in the camping tents. And then comes the third, that is polyester. Polyester is a long chain polymer that is formed by combining the monomers called ester. It is one of the most widely used synthetic fibers in the world. It is a long chain polymer of the chemical substance called ester. Ester is the monomer unit of polyester. Polyester, that means poly and ester. From the name it is clear that it is actually made up of the repeating units of ester, which is a chemical which give fruits their smell. Esters are having sweet smell. Fabrics such as polycot and polywool are made by mixing two types of fibers. The polycot is a mixture of polyester and cotton, and the polywool, it is a mixture of polyester and wool. Now, one of the most common forms of polyester is polyethylene terephthalate. It is also known as PET. It is very cheap and shatterproof. PET is used in making lunch boxes, jars, water bottles, utensils, wires, and many other useful products. It is an example of polyester. Then comes the second one, that is terylene. It is another form of polyester which is used in making fabrics. It is produced by polymerizing ethylene glycol with terephthalic acid. Terylene can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn to form a fabric. That is why terylene is used in making fabrics. Then comes the properties of polyester. So polyester is an extremely strong and tough fiber. It is lightweight and durable. It does not wrinkle, shrink or stretch. It is resistant to most chemicals. It is easy to wash and it absorbs very little water and also dries quickly. And it can also be dyed in different colors. Here are some uses of polyester. Polyester is used in making shirts, dresses, saris, tracksuits, pillows, curtains, carpets, bags, etc. It can also be mixed with other fibers to produce a fabric having blended properties. For example, polycotton, that is made by mixing polyester and cotton. It is also known as polycot. Also, another fabric, that is polywool, which is made by mixing polyester and wool. Also terrycot, which is made by mixing terylene and cotton, and it is also used to make PET bottles and jars, as we have already discussed. Even at our homes as well, you must have seen we are having some bottles at the bottom of which PET. It is written in bolds. It is what? It is this form of polyester, PET, polyethylene terephthalate. Moving further, we are having the fourth type of synthetic fiber, that is acrylic. Acrylic is a synthetic fiber which has wool-like feel. It is also called artificial wool, and it is a cheaper alternative to the natural wool. Coming to its properties, acrylic is a warm, soft and lightweight fiber which is easy to wash and it also dries quickly. It is easy to dye in various colors and it has excellent color fastness. It does not shrink or stretch or wrinkle, and it is also resistant to different chemicals in attack of moths. Then comes the uses of acrylic. Acrylic is a synthetic fiber which is used in making socks, sportswears and woolens like sweaters and shawls. It is also used in making blankets, awnings and rugs. So these are the 4 types of synthetic fibers we are having. So let's study some advantages of these synthetic fibers. So synthetic fibers have some very useful properties. Synthetic fibers do not corrode or rust. Rusting does not take place in synthetic fibers. Then they are very strong. They can be given various colors. They are inexpensive. They are cheap. They can be made in different shapes. So it is having a lot of advantages. But we are all aware that anything that comes to the earth does not come with only advantages. If it is having some advantages, then it must be having some disadvantages also. So synthetic fibers are also having some kind of disadvantages. The main disadvantages of the synthetic fiber are the synthetic fibers are non-biodegradable. That means they cannot be decomposed by bacteria and fungi by the natural processes. Also, they catch fire easily. That is why we are advised not to wear the synthetic fibers when working near fire in the kitchens. And they also produce poisonous gases and fumes on burning, which causes air pollution. So when we are studying about the synthetic fibers, now we are aware that we are having synthetic fibers and natural fibers. So let's study some differences between the synthetic fibers and the natural fibers. So here are the differences between the natural and the synthetic fibers. The synthetic fibers are produced from chemicals, whereas the natural fibers are produced from the natural substances or the natural sources. Now the synthetic fibers are much stronger, but the natural fibers, they are not very strong. The synthetic fibers, they do not absorb water and also dry up quickly. But coming to the natural fibers, they absorb water and take a lot of time to dry up. While on one hand, synthetic fibers are durable, moth resistant and easy to maintain, the natural fibers are not so durable. They are affected by the moth and they are difficult to maintain. The synthetic fibers are easily washable and wrinkle free, while on the other hand, the natural fibers are not easily washable and they are not wrinkle free. Synthetic fibers are less expensive, while the natural fibers are quite expensive as they are obtained from the natural sources. So this is all with the study of synthetic fibers. So with this, I end up today's class. In the next session, in the next class, we will be studying the other part of this chapter, that is plastics. The name of our chapter is synthetic fibers and plastics. So we are over with the first part, that is synthetic fibers. So in the next class, we will be studying the plastics. So till then, take care and goodbye.